What is going on, everybody? Mystery Schooler here. Back with another presentation. Today we're looking at the tarot cards, the Greater Arcanum. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to tarot cards, but I do enjoy them very much. So I thought I'd make this for you guys. When you're drawing tarot cards, you could also draw them upside down. And some people think that means it's a different way to interpret the reading of the card. I won't dispute that. But me personally, I don't change the interpretation based on upside down. I don't like to draw upside down. If it comes drawn upside down, I put it right side up, usually facing the reader. But that's just me, like I said. I understand why you might want to leave the card and read it upside down, because that's the way it was drawn. So that's the way you want to read it, which makes sense to me as well. Anyways, here we are. Take a quick look at that, guys. This isn't really related to the tarot, but get red pilled for a second there. All right. There we go. Tarot day with Schooler. We got the Emperor. We got the Fool. The Fool's very misunderstood in our culture, I feel, because that first step is the hardest to take, and it's almost impossible to take your first step wisely, isn't it? How are you good at something the first day you're doing it? Do you pick up an instrument and just start instantly playing it very well? Or do you have to pick it up and barely scrounge with it and like a fool, right? And mess with it until you do figure it out. So what I'm saying is you can't reach that higher wisdom without being a fool first. We were all a student first, weren't we? That's how I read the Fool. Anyways, let's get this started, guys. We got about 20 so slides for you. Oh, first up, we got the Magician. We're starting strong. A sudden solution, as if by magic. Careful, it could be an illusion. The archetype for the Wizard is surpassing the plausible. That makes sense. What's he got on his table over there? He's got a sword, he's got a chalice. He's got a little pentagram over there. Pentagram. So when you put the circle on the outside of the pentagram, it becomes a pentacle. He's doing the original disco there. Next we got the Empress. I noticed in later interpretations of the card she's pregnant, but I don't see that on the older cards so much, but oh well, no big deal. I wonder if that was supposed to be something that was part of the card or that was interpreted later that way, I don't know. Anyways, the Empress, we got gentle power that still rules, almost unnoticed and rarely opposed. The archetype is the benefactor and gentle power. Very nature-like, huh? I wouldn't mind a queen like that right about now. That sounds great. Right, guys? We'll take this. Couldn't possibly get any worse. Oh, here we go, the Emperor. You're up against real power, so yield or suffer the consequences. Archetype of a supreme ruler, irresistible power. Irresistible power. See, check it out, guys. I got Antiquitech. See? Boop, boop, boom. Always this kind of stuff, man. Always this kind of stuff. For decorations, I'm sure. I thought it was interesting over here on the Emperor, we got the rams in his throne. I wonder if that's supposed to be Aries. So he got it's got an Ankh. Oh, well, it's missing a. The Ankh is a cross with a circle on the top. This is missing the top section of the cross. It's different. Anyways, we got the Hierophant. The dependency on approval from an elevated dignity. Now, how often do we find ourselves doing this, guys, right? We seek the answer from someone else when the answer's within. Where do you think the power of the cards comes from? It's from searching within. All it's doing is adjusting your perspective accordingly with your intent. This is why you need intent with your reading. You don't usually do I mean, there is such thing as a general reading, but usually you do a tarot reading with an intent. Like, you want to answer a question. You want to know more about yourself, about someone else. Upcoming business transaction, things like that. But ultimately, you're looking inward because they're just cards, right? I do think there is wisdom within them, though. I think people scoff at these things, and these things got old world written all over it. You know, they tell us these things were a card game, or invented as a card game. I don't know, man. They seem pretty consistent with the Zodiac, which is a worldwide phenomenon. So the archetype for the Hierophant is the priest, or spiritual authority. And spiritual authority was always an interesting concept to me, because how spiritual are you if you're enforcing authority over people? You know what I mean? In my opinion, the only one who should be expressing spiritual authority over anybody is the one and the all, creator of the all, God, you know. But that's just me. Up next, we got the Lovers. Deeply felt mutual attraction for as long as it lasts. So I should have known. Okay, I'll call you later. I gotta go to a meeting. Lovers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Lovers is a good card to draw, but some of the cards is like death behind them. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like a happy card. But I guess, you know, you can get yourself in trouble with love too, so just like the rest of the cards, is up to interpretation. But yeah, that's just like the Grim Reaper just chilling behind them. It's like, yeah, go ahead, love. And then the middle, it's like some angel chick, and she's all happy. So I don't know. And the left looks like they're having fun. Moving on. We got the Chariot Triumph, but beware of its consequences at length. You don't want to be on a runaway chariot, do you? Archetype, the Conqueror. Success in spite of resistance. That's us right there, guys. In spite of resistance, we're going to succeed. You can't stop us. No matter what cards we draw. Yeah, I thought that was good, though. Beware of its consequences at length, because, I mean, just look at the nature of a chariot, right? I mean, you stay on it for too long, something's pulling it, it's got to stop eventually, right? So yeah, beware of the consequences at length. Makes sense to me. Well, I like that Egyptian interpretation of the chariot there on the right. The two sphinxes pulling it. Whoa. What do you guys think? Well, up next we got the Hermit. The lesson and reward, but also the misfortune of solitude. And I don't know about you guys, I often crave solitude in my busy life. And when we have busy lives, we crave solitude, and it's so appealing to us, you know. But you start to spend some time by yourself, you start to miss your family, you start to miss your friends. This is, in my opinion, the lesson and the reward. And needless to say, the archetype would be isolation. But I like that part, the lesson, though, because you do need to isolate to learn a lot of the times. And Isolation is a good learning environment, believe it or not, with the right mind. Up next, we got the Wheel of Fortune. An uncertain outcome with an aftermath to be considered carefully. The archetype of chance and the unpredictable. Yeah, this is one of those cards like, okay, I drew it upside down. It's a wheel, bro. Like, this is why me personally, I don't do the reading upside down the signs, because some of them it's like, what does that even mean with this, you know? But I'm sure there's some long-winded answer that's not based on anything, but I thought that was interesting. The unpredictable. Yeah, reminds me of a roulette wheel, huh, guys? Well, that's certainly unpredictable. It should certainly be considered carefully, that's for sure. Up next, we got the Hanged Man. We got a great personal sacrifice. But don't worry, you got this. See the Hanged Man's expression? He's hanging. Yeah, he's suffering. He's in torment. But see, he's happy. He's okay. Yeah, it's just another day in the life, right? The bills are due. They're always due, aren't they? Well, this is cool. It's the Mermaid Hangman. Merman Hangman. The archetype of the martyr. That's a good one. Or the Hangman. So it's like, yeah, my treasures await me in heaven. The Hangman knows. Hangman knows what's up. Very inspirational card. We can't be defeated, guys. They never had any power over us. They just told us we didn't have it. It's the only difference. And we believed them. You know, we always lived on a plane. They put a T at the end. Everybody bought it. Up next, we got the Fool. We were talking about the Fool at the start. The Fool got a good intro. How do we take the first step and be wise? You can't. The Fool is the leap of the unknown. The boldness to go forward when others don't. Out of fear of this, a fear of that. I don't care. I want to explore. I want to be. I want to feel. I want to fight. I want to love. The Fool. We're all the Fool, aren't we, a little bit in this world, huh? We're all born the same way. Wow, I really like this depiction of the Fool over here on the right. What's that dog? It's about to jump off a cliff or something, dude. Watch out, bro. Looks like Robin Hood or something, the female Robin Hood version or something. She's going somewhere. Oh, look, the original Fool has a dog about to leap off with him, too. Look. I didn't know that. Okay. For the things. The archetype for the Fool is innocence. Well, that's believable. You know, we got big hearts, so they take advantage. People try to take advantage of that, right, guys? But don't mistake our compassion for weakness. Don't mistake our kindness for foolishness either. She'll get bit. Moving on. We've got the World. You can see the serpent representation around. See over here. See the serpent. I'm sorry, Norse mythology that circles the entire earth Reminds me of what they call the ice wall. Yeah, the world looks like a mirror, doesn't it? Interesting. Dream reality, I don't know. We got the world is success in anything worldly. Ain't no such thing as free lunch, guys. The archetype is opportunity, success, and reach. Okay, up next we got the sun, my boy Jesus, Jesus. Careful not to take too much. The archetype of ability, triumph. Sounds about right. The rising sun, that first breath in the morning, the rejuvenating warmness. All the life we experience couldn't be here without the sun, guys. Made of carbon. It's a big deal. In my opinion, there's very few situations you should be sad about being drawn the sun card. It's usually a good sign, if you ask me. Unless you're going to get melted or something, I don't know. The moon. We got longing for the sake of longing. The hope of fulfillment. Archetype of the soul, longing. Wow, that's powerful. I mean, just look at the moon, right? You sure get a longing feeling, don't you? It sure is a soulful feeling when I look at the moon. A lot of druidic cultures around that, whatever you want to call it, religions, whatever. Got the cat. A lot of Wiccan and witchcraft kind of stuff associated with moon worship, but I think honestly it comes from a good place, and the creator put the moon there, so I think he kind of gets a bad rap sometimes. You know, the devil, the devil, the devil, the devil. That stupid crap. Up next we got the tower. A spectacular ambition that ends with disaster. Archetype destruction and failure. Now, why would it be failure and destruction for a tower, guys? Unless this is a specific tower where something happened very destructive and failure with much failure, like the Tower of Babel. I strongly believe this is a Tower of Babel and the reset event being depicted in a card. I strongly feel that way. Lots of Freemason things show us the tower, the all-seeing eye. And if you ask me, of all these depictions in front of us of the tower, the most accurate one would probably be the pancakes on the left. A spectacular ambition that ends with disaster. Yeah, man, those pancakes are the bomb, right? Yeah, bro. You know, eat them, eat all of them, all right. 2 minutes later, ends with disaster. See? Spectacular ambition that ends with disaster. Maybe not disaster, but at least a nap, right? I just couldn't leave this one out. This one's cracking me up. But yeah, look around these cards. I don't see just a tower being destroyed itself. I see cataclysm. You know, I see lightning, I see plasma discharge, I see technology, I see cataclysmic events, people being affected. Yeah, interesting stuff. Might not just be a card game, folks. Up next, we got the star. Contemplate what's precious and what's not. Wow, how many of us need to do this in today's world, huh? I think we could all learn a lesson what's not. What's precious to you? Your car? Your stupid car that you work all day for every day that breaks down in 10 years anyways the same way any other car would? Just so you could start over again? What's precious to you? Your swimming pool? You don't get to see your family or do anything with them to pay for your stupid little swimming pool and go work 15 hours a day and then it's done. Okay? I've had it. It's time to reflect on what's precious and what's not to us, especially in today's world, guys. I'll leave it at that. Archetype distance, the unreachable. That sounds like the star, all right. A definite sense of wonder when looking at the stars. Up next, we got judgment. The ultimate judgment, welcomed or not. Ooh. We got the horns player up here. It's probably Gabriel, right? I don't know. It's got the Celtic cross. Oh, look. When people are in coffins, maybe they're rising incorruptible like in the Bible. Dead shall rise incorruptible. Sound of the trumpet. I'd bet that's what this is. Whoa. Judge not lest ye be judged. Judge lest ye be judged. Up next, we got death. A costly loss, sometimes the death of someone. Archetype Grim Reaper coming to an end. Now, guys, just because you get drawn the death card doesn't mean you're going to croak or someone's going to croak. I would use it as a signification of the end of something, good or bad. I mean, if something bad's happening to you and you get drawn the death card, maybe the bad things will stop happening to you. Maybe it's the death of those bad things happen. Maybe it's the death of what's tormenting you. Who knows, right? That's up to you to decide. You got to look inward. That's the whole point of these cards, is to start getting you to look inward for yourself, even if it takes you thinking a card's telling you when really it's just you, right? It's therapy. It's therapeutic. It's like a fun form of counseling. Probably actually works. Up next, we got temperance. Moderation in all is ultimate persistence. How true is that, huh, guys? How much temperance could we use in our culture today, huh? I know I got trouble with this one myself. I love to eat, I love to smoke, I love to indulge myself, you know? That stuff's bad, man. Too much. Moderation is the ultimate persistence. Archetype patience, time passes. It's like an angel or something, just straight up an angel, an archangel or something. Just got the two chalices pouring into each other, balancing them out probably. Huh. Alright, guys, last but not least, we got the devil. The pain and delight of giving into temptation. You see that, guys? You could be drawing this card. It's the pain and delight of giving into temptation. So if that was your intent, was to get temptation off or to get delight off somebody in a dark way, right? That could actually be a good card for you if you got some wicked intent, huh? The archetype is the Archfiend, Nemesis. Oh, a bit of rivalry action going. You guys see this depiction of the devil card over here? Doesn't this look a lot like the Lovers to you? Remember, we had the two levels of them, and other ones it was an angel, but yeah, looks pretty similar. That's very foretelling, isn't it? Anyways, that's the end of the Greater Arcanum for today, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on the Lesser Arcanum because it's pretty much just wands and cups and things like that. I don't know how interesting the video is going to be. But I really appreciate all you for coming out. Oh, hey, E-Greens. I really appreciate you guys. I love giving these presentations to you guys, you know? I'm getting addicted to making them now. Well, I'm gonna go, guys. Much love. I'll try to upload something soon, okay? God bless everybody. Take care.